were at the celebration of an active retirement group that's in existence for 10 years, and I was around when we were setting it up. But one of the things the lady said when she spoke, that when I came to them many years ago, that what appealed to them was that I spoke their language. This is mercy work. And like, while we have broadened our vision and envisaged a way forward, and I think this all came from not limiting Catherine Macaulay's sense of futuring, of what future was about. She took care of the needs of her time, and they're still there. That gives me great hope. Things about being here, situated in the midst of a wonderful rural, historical, archaeological, wonderful area, enriched with all that's there and the many blessings that brings. I suppose it always struck me that we need to bloom where we're planted. And I, thankfully, have been able to go into communities and hear what they're saying. And the Pride of Place Awards, that were given out, a wonderful initiative by local authorities throughout the country, and this county indeed in particular. And this would be the community that won the first Pride of Place Award. And I saw this happening through the management that existed here, in the person of Ger Maguire, who has been a wonderful manager. And I think his form of leadership was very much allowing things to grow organically. And we watched this centre where we are here today. We saw it develop in different phases. So we would have many women going out to work in the nearest town, just Caspar or Claremorris or wherever there was employment, bringing their children and leaving them into what was then childcare, creches and whatever. There was no such facility in rural areas at all. But yet, it was at this centre that an attempt was made to turn one of the rooms into a childcare, as a test case, if you like. So I was round when 2 babies were there. And they're bigger now. But it was great. And the question was always there, will people who have established a relationship with childcare facilities in their local town, and it could be convenient to bring them in and drop them off, will they support a local initiative? And I can say with a waiting list of over nearly 100 people to get in here, that small beginning, starting in the centre, moved into developing an actual childcare centre, which is top. But then there was a huge need for how do you use very, very in a sustainable way, I suppose, the products and produce of this production garden for retaining its nutrients, knowing how to cook properly and all of that, and ensure that good diets, that good nutritional practice. Certainly the chef's course that's being run, which is a wonderful thing, and our chefs are leaving here, can go on and do further training in Killybegs or wherever, but normally are so much on demand because they go out and practice placements to hotels around. So the managers in such hotels are well aware of when you get somebody that knows their business and that they can perfect it and do it. And that is the story here, because nearly every chef that comes here, if they want, they can be employed almost immediately.
Sister Maureen now for close on 30 years, I suppose. And I was really delighted when I heard it was announced that she was winner of the Mayo Person of the Year, because I think I can't think of anybody that I've heard getting the award that actually deserves it more. I suppose another side that a lot of people wouldn't be aware of, like it, in Sister Maureen's role as manager of the Toher Valley Network. Over the many years she's been doing it, it's a completely voluntary role. And, we often say here at the centre, she's actually puts in more time than somebody that would be on a big salary. So I think most people assume when you hear someone as manager of an organisation in today, anyways, most people would associate a fairly big salary with that. But Maureen actually has done all that work over the years with the network and with all those communities voluntary, and I'd say at great expense to herself as well, because obviously working with a network of 22 communities over such a big area, that alone, apart from other work, would involve an awful lot of travel and expense and fees. And the more she's helping people, the more, she thrives on it. Like we'd often remark that when Maureen is very busy, there's a spring in her step, which is, so she really gets energy from helping people, I think.